Good morning, everyone. So, here we are back with pronouns. Yes. Now, these are the pronouns which we have already covered. So, before I move ahead and take up the last kinds of pronouns which are left, let's quickly recap. What are pronouns? Pronouns are those words which are used in place of nouns. Yes. So in our previous videos, we have talked about demonstrative pronouns. We have talked about personal, interrogative, reflexive, possessive, intensive, and indefinite pronouns. So there are in total 10 kinds of pronouns. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So today we are going to do the last 3 kinds of pronouns. That is distributive, reciprocal, and relative. So are we ready? Yes, let's begin then. Now the first kind of pronoun which we are going to do today is distributive pronoun. Yes. What does distributive pronoun tell us? It tells us it describes a member of a group individually and not collectively. Yes, it is used with either singular nouns, and if used with plural, then the verb has to be singular. So we'll further understand this with few examples. So let's look over here. Each, either, neither. These are 3 kinds of distributive pronouns which are followed by the word of. They are followed by word of. Yes. For example, each of the articles were given importance. Yes. Each of the articles were given importance. Though I am talking about articles, but I am not talking about articles in collection. I am talking about individually. Second example. Each refers to individual, object, or a person. Now, this is the definition that where do we use each? Each refers to individual, object, or person of a group or settings. Next example. The pens cost of rupees 70 each. The boys were each handed a present. Yes. So remember, wherever we are using each, it refers to individual, object, or person of a group or setting. Yes. Now, let's talk about the other distributive pronouns as well. For example, either and neither. They are used while speaking of 2 persons or things. So this is the difference. They are used while speaking of 2 persons or things. Now always remember, when more than 2, here we are talking of 2. Now when more than 2 persons or things are spoken, we use any, no one, none, or everyone. So let's look at the examples to further understand this. Either of you is fit to take his place. So again, we are talking about either of 2. Neither of you is willing to put in extra effort. What am I talking about? I'm again talking of 2 people here. Now, when we talk about more than 2 people, what do we use? We use any, no one, everyone, or none. Example. No one was willing to turn up for the event. Any of them can attend the meeting. Everyone present here must take their dinner. We invited many friends, but no one came for the party. So when we are talking about more than 2 people, then these are the distributive pronouns which are used. Yes. Now let's move on to the next kind of pronoun which we are going to talk today is reciprocal. Yes, reciprocal. Now, reciprocal, there are 2 reciprocal pronouns which we use? Each other or one another? What do they actually mean? Reciprocal says that when two or more people do the same thing. When two or more people, they do the same thing, then we use each other or one another, and these two are examples of reciprocal pronouns. Let's look at the example. Reena and Rohit helped each other. Who helped Reena? Rohit. And who helped Rohit? Reena. Who helped Reena? Rohit. And who helped Rohit? Reena. So what did they do? They have performed the same thing for each other. So this is where we use the reciprocal pronouns. Very nice. So last and not the least, now we are left with our relative pronoun. Which one? Relative. Well, first question which comes to my mind. Why is it called relative pronoun? Why is it called relative pronoun? It's called relative because they relate to the nouns which we have previously mentioned. Why are they called relative pronouns? Because they relate to the nouns which we have previously mentioned. So let's look at the sentences as well. The person who phoned me last night is my teacher. Whom am I referring here? For whom this who is used? The person. And another use of relative pronouns is they join two sentences. They join two sentences. Let's look at more examples and we'll further understand them. Now, along with examples, we are going to talk about different kinds of relative pronouns. So the first one is who. What is who used for? Who replaces the subject pronouns I, she, he, we, and they. So let's look at the example also. This is the man who broke the window. Now see, I have joined two sentences also over here. If I just break them, this is the man, full stop. He broke the window. So I have removed he from my sentence, second sentence. I have joined it together and I'm stating now, this is the man who broke the window. Now let's look at second relative pronoun which we use is whose. What does it show? It shows a possession or relationship. It shows possession or relationships. For example, she knew the family whose house we bought. So here we have used whose to show the possession of the house. Now let's look at the next relative pronoun, which is whom. Now what is it used for? It replaces the object pronoun. It replaces the object pronouns. For example, me, her, him, us, and them. So it replaces all of them. They have found the lady whom they want to interview. So we have removed the object pronouns and instead we have joined the sentences and we have used whom here. Now the other relative pronouns which are used are which. It's used for animals and things. Example, did you see the letter which came today? Though we know these are, interrogative words as well, but they are not, they are not doing the purpose of interrogation here, but they are joining and they are used as pronouns. Second, the next one, that. It is used for things, people and animals. Do you like the cat that is sleeping under the table? So here I'm using that because that refers to people as well as animals. Now not only these 5 main relative pronouns, but we have other relative pronouns as well. Which ones? Why, when, what and where. So very quickly, let's look at their usage also. So where do I use when I'm referring to time? Let's cross the bridge when we come to it. Where? It refers to places. Sign your name on the form where I have put a cross. Why? It refers to reasons. I'd like to know the reason why you are so late. I'm not asking a question, it's a statement where I'm using why. And last but not the least is what. It refers to what? Things. Yes. Pardon me, I didn't hear what you said. So here I'm referring to the thing which you've just spoken, but I didn't hear. So always remember the difference between what and that. What refers only to things, whereas that refers to people and animals, and which refers to both animals and things. So this is what we have discussed today, and we have covered now all the kinds of pronouns. So these were which we had done earlier, and today along with these we have covered distributive, and we have covered distributive. Along with distributive we have also covered relative, and which was the last one which we have covered is reciprocal. So keep on practicing. Do not miss your practices. We'll be sharing very soon assignments related to pronouns. So all the best, kids. Practice till you succeed and overcome your weaknesses. See you again in the next video.